So a week ago, I had someone reach out to me on LinkedIn. They'd seen what I was doing on the channel, and they're really interested to see if I could help them with a project. They wanted to be able to connect to the CAN bus in a vehicle and actually get the data from the vehicle. So I told them about what I'm doing with the Teensy board, and today I'm going to show you how we can take that Teensy board, the CAN bus module, and an OBD2 cable and connect up and get the data out of the vehicle. And to show you this actually works, I'm going to take my Corolla that I featured in the previous videos, which is no longer my daily driver now that I've bought a new vehicle. It's now the project vehicle for the Volts Wagon. And I'm going to take that vehicle today and show you how we can connect up this Teensy board with a CAN module and get the raw data from the OBD2 port. Let's get started. Okay, so if you remember in one of our previous videos, I put together this Teensy module along with this CAN module, this one here. And so the CAN module is the one that allows it to communicate with the vehicle. And then our Teensy here is going to be what actually receives that data and allows us to show it on the screen. Now, in order to get this to connect to the vehicle, what we need is we need an OBD cable, right? I just picked up one of these off of Amazon. You'll see it's just got the raw wires there, and then inside the top here, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but inside there, there's some pin numbers to be able to show you which pin is which. Now, if you don't know don't happen to have the information on which wire is which pin, you can use a multimeter just with a simple continuity test, and you can find the pin that you're looking for. So for this one, I'm going to go look for pin 5, which is ground. So I can touch this pin here, and then I could actually go through and touch these wires until I find the one that actually is the one. Now, if you have a meter that actually beeps when it gets continuity, you can turn the beeping on and be able to see it there. Show you what I mean. If I hold my meter against pin 5 and I touch this yellow wire that's kind of out of shot here, you'll hear the meter beeping. So we know that that's pin 5 on this particular cable. So on this particular setup, we got the yellow wire here, which is the ground wire, which will be pin 5. We've got the green wire, which will be pin 6, which is our CAN high. And then we've got pin 14, which is our CAN low. So what I'm going to do with the rest of these wires is you'll see I've kind of clipped all the tinned ends off just so they don't short against each other. And I'm just going to tape them out of the way so that we don't end up getting something connected that shouldn't be. So now we're actually going to connect this up to our Teensy and our CAN bus connectors. So as I said, pin 5 is ground, so it's going to connect here to the Teensy. And then we've got the CAN bus, the high and the low. So these two wires here will connect up to our CAN bus. So okay, so there you have it. We've got the CAN bus connected up there. The ground wires in here. The CAN bus high and low are attached there. We've blocked off all our other wires. And our CAN bus module using the connection we had in our previous ASMR video. If you want to see how I wired that up, just go check that video out. And now let's get into programming it and getting it reading some data. So you'll see here that I've generated some code with Gemini that I'm going to use in our project. I'm going to copy that code. If you want to know more about the code and the prompts that I use to make it, check out our Buy Me a Coffee website. It's in the membership area there. What we're going to do is we're just going to take that code in this Platform IO project I've created on Visual Studio and just post in our CAN sniffer code there and get ready to upload it to the board. So now that I've connected my USB cable to the board and to the PC, I've set up my parameters here in Platform IO. You'll see some of these may be a little bit different if you're using a Windows machine because this is a Linux machine that I'm using for this. Sorry for those that don't like Linux or Windows. I'm not going to start that argument today, but main thing now is that now that we've got it put in there, we're just going to go to our platform IO part, and we're going to tell it to build our code and then upload it. So we've uploaded our code to the board, and now we can just kind of take a look and see what's going on. I pulled up the monitor here on the board, and you'll see that my CAN sniffer is ready to go. So let's take her out to the car and see what happens. So if you remember from the previous episodes, this is the infamous Corolla from the repair episodes. Check them out if you want to see the full story. But I still have the car. It does run. I actually have another daily driver now, so this is truly my project car. But when I worked on that car before, this was the OBD reader that I had used. Now, this can get us the trouble codes and can do some other functions, but it's not going to give us those raw codes that allow us to see what's going on the OBD and the CAN bus. So what we're going to do with our little project here is we're actually going to take it in here, connect it up to the ODP port like you would that tool, and be able to read the raw data from it. So what we're going to do here is pretty simple. We're just going to take our laptop that I connected the Teensy board up to, and we're going to take the cable that we had connected to it, this one here, I'm just going to put the laptop back on the seat for now, just so I got some room to do this. And we're going to connect this cable up to the OBD2 port. Going to set that down in the middle just so it's got some room. And just in a sec here, I'm going to connect this up. Now, we should be able to see we actually have some data coming across on it once I turn the key on, which I have to remember where I put the key. Here we go. So I'll bring my laptop up here. Okay, so as you can see, I got the vehicle turned on. I haven't got it started yet right now, but if you look over here, you'll see I got all this data coming through from the CAN bus. And if I start the vehicle, I'll just step on the brake. There should also be an RPM one in there that I can look at to see what the value is. So I'm going to store all this data and analyze it and see how I can use it to implement stuff on our Volts Wagon. Now that I also have the vehicle shut off, and it's also still getting data through that port, so it's working. So one of the reasons why having the CAN bus hooked up is to get the data and get an idea of this Corolla is that when I put in the new kit to put in our extended range EV, I have to be able to simulate some stuff like RPM, because there's pieces in here like the power steering and that are dependent on being able to see the RPM value in the CAN bus. So in any case, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, you want to try and make your own project where you're reading from the CAN bus, I showed you how to do it. And I'm going to put details about this up in our Buy Me a Coffee membership site. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.